Today, I want to cover one big question that I have for 2018, and that is Bitcoin going to stay top dog? Yeah, so here you see Bitcoin on the left side and Ethereum on the right side. And currently Ethereum was the number 2 contender, or the first contender to replace Bitcoin. There's a whole trend called the flippening going on. And in my personal portfolio, that flippening has already happened. I invested a very small amount of Bitcoin into Ethereum very early, and because of the recent gain of Ethereum going up 100x last year versus Bitcoin only going up about 20x, that has basically caused for me personally that this flipping has already happened, and Ethereum is a bigger part of my portfolio than Bitcoin is today. But so far, Bitcoin always has been the top dog and is clearly the top dog right now. It gets the most attention, it has the highest market cap, and on TV they tend to talk about Bitcoin. Also, when you meet a new person and you ask them if they are familiar with Bitcoin, it's very likely that they'll say yes. And Ethereum, a lot less people will know about, and other coins even less yet. So this is a really big question to me. Is this going to change this year? Because if Bitcoin is going to stay the top dog, then I think this would be very healthy, because it would mean that things would continue the way they are going. And everything else would probably be a big disruptive thing that would happen to the cryptocurrency market. Nonetheless, as an investor, you cannot be emotional about it. You just have to look at it. But so to me, this is a really big question of this year. Last year, we had this really, really strong trend. If we take a look at this, you can see that the trend of Bitcoin really went from 80% or 87% of market share to currently about 36-37% of market share. So that is a big loss of this dominance factor that Bitcoin has had. But I don't think that this is not necessarily a bad thing. But I do think it would be critical for Bitcoin to stay the most important cryptocurrency in terms of market dominance or market capitalization. So that to me really is the big question for this year. I don't have the answer for it. One of the things that is very different for me personally this year versus last year is that it's harder to predict the future. Now, if we really take a look at these charts, if we take a look at the Bitcoin chart, what I'm really looking for in Bitcoin is that we are breaking out and are getting a little bit faster in this bubble. So to me, this still looks like a bubble. I talked about this in my video that I released quite a long time ago. Right now, we're a little bit correcting, but really what I'm seeing right now is that we maybe are starting to form a new trend that is a little bit faster than the speed that we had since the summer of last year, or basically the beginning of last year. We can see this trend line, or this channel has formed, and the previous one, which is the one that started kind of in 2015, was a bit slower. We've gotten a little bit faster last year, and what I'm personally expecting is that we're going to even go faster yet this year. So this is what I'm expecting for Bitcoin. Now, if this is going to continue, then I think it is very likely that Bitcoin may remain the top cryptocurrency. but we have a lot of competition. So if we take a look at Ethereum, I just recently published this video about where I think Ethereum is going. I'm basically thinking that right now we're going towards 2 to 5K right now. Now, if we do that, the market cap of Ethereum would increase dramatically versus the one in Bitcoin. So really what is going to be very interesting in the very near future is Bitcoin really going to break out here and move up? And if it doesn't, is this going to create a crash, and is the rest of the market going to correct as well? Or are we just going up? Is Ethereum going higher towards the $2,000 and $5,000 mark? And is Bitcoin going to follow it? And is Bitcoin going to be fast enough to not be replaced by Ethereum? Of course, there's other cryptocurrency. Ripple right now is the number 2 in terms of market cap. Actually, depending on how you count it, you could already say that Ripple is the number 1 dog. So there is a lot of competition coming up for Bitcoin in a way that we had not anticipated even about a year ago. So this is really one of the big questions that I'm looking for. There's a lot of big trends I'm looking for in 2018, but this is just one of the exciting ones. And as an investor and trader, it is always important to not look at this emotionally, but be ready for it if it happens or if it doesn't happen, and just place your bets accordingly. All right, with that, I want to say thank you guys for listening. If you want to interact with me, again, please come to Steam and have discussions with us there. It's much better because I can upvote you if you write interesting comments. My upvote currently is worth about $30. So I can basically really reward you if you come to Steam. I can't really reward you if you comment on YouTube. I can just give you a nice little thumbs up and I can say thank you for watching my video, but that's pretty much all I can do. If you come to Steam and join me there, I can upvote you, and every upvote I can give you up to $30. So social media on the blockchain is better than off the blockchain. So please come over and join me on Steam. It's a lot more fun over there. All right, so with that said, I want to thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.